Hi, my name is Rachel Sizemore. This is for Dr. Stratman's exercise physiology class, and I did my presentation over the neuromuscular system in exercise. Just a brief overview of it. The system is broken down into different parts in which all work together to fine-tune muscular activity and control numerous muscular functions. Organization of the muscular system includes the sequence of mechanical and chemical events that happen in the muscle fibers. Brain neurotransmitters play an important role to facilitate action potentials that are necessary for muscle contraction. The motor unit is the functional unit of movement and is important to understand when discussing muscle contraction and relaxation. And the different muscle fiber types explain why some athletes are exceptional in long distance running while others are better in sprinting. The organization of the neuromotor system includes the central nervous system involving the brain and spinal cord and the peripheral nervous system involving the cranial and spinal nerves. The afferent division of the central nervous system conducts impulses from the receptors to the brain and spinal cord. The efferent division of the peripheral nervous system includes motor neurons and conducts impulses from the central nervous system to the effectors. The peripheral nervous system is further broken down into the autonomic nervous system and somatic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is involuntary and conducts impulses from the brain and spinal cord to cardiac muscle, smooth muscle, and glands. The autonomic system is then broken down into parasympathetic and sympathetic divisions. The somatic nervous system is voluntary muscle and innervates the skeletal muscle. Brain neurotransmitters combine with a targeted receptor molecule on the postsynaptic membrane to facilitate depolarization and hyperpolarization. There's three categories of neurotransmitters. There's monoamines, neuropeptides, and nitric oxide. Monoamines are modified amino acids including epinephrine, norepinephrine, serotonin, histamine, and dopamine, which all have an effect on the body during exercise. Neuropeptides are short chains of amino acids. They release endogenous opioid neurotransmitters, which combined with exercise contributes to the exercise high. Neurons in the central nervous system contain nitric oxide receptors that serve as signaling molecules in the cardiovascular system. And physical exercise influences the systems of the monoamines. And the motor unit is made up of the skeletal muscle fibers and their corresponding motor neurons, which represents the functional unit of movement. The neuromuscular junction transmits nerve impulses to the muscle fibers. Excitation occurs at the neuromuscular junction, and removing inhibitory neural influences becomes important under certain exercise conditions, such as all-out strength and power exercises. In exercises such as maximal bench pressing and vertical leap, disinhibition and maximal activation of all motor neurons required for the movements enhance the performance. Effective disinhibition fully activates the muscle groups during maximal lifting and accounts for the rapid, highly specific strength increases observed during the first few weeks of resistance training. This explains why intense concentration can substantially supercharge maximal strength and power efforts. There are many different chemical and mechanical events that happen during muscle action and relaxation. According to our textbook, the sliding filament theory is described as the muscle fiber shortening or lengthening because of the thick and thin myofilaments gliding past each other during contraction. The myosin filaments of the sarcomere contain cross bridges that the actin filaments attach to, pulling on them to cause movement. Calcium is stored in the sarcoplasmic reticulum, and when released, it causes contraction of the muscle. When the action potential reaches the nerve terminal, acetylcholine is released, which in turn stimulates the sarcoplasmic reticulum to release the stored calcium. The central nervous system neural control mechanisms finally regulate human movement. The spinal cord controls numerous muscular functions. Excitatory and inhibitory impulses continually bombard synaptic junctions between neurons. In all-out, high-power output exercise, a large degree of disinhibition benefits performance. Muscle action occurs when calcium activates actin in the sliding filament theory. The muscle fiber type distribution differs among individuals, and specific exercise training improves the metabolic capacity of each muscle type. And that's it. Thank you.